caviar and oysters, smaller finger foods, and then you're going to have to go hang out at places like the Jacquard and those other douchebag hotels.
Oh my God. So I went there and I really dislike it. That's where everyone for the Tough Mudder I was doing was staying. And I needed to get, so basically, little fun fact, if you valet your car there, it's $33 for the day, but if you buy something at Story or whatever it's free. So I was like, great. Let me just so I'm like, get me the poke to go, which should take, 3 seconds. It's just a lump of tuna poke. 30 minutes in, I am having a fucking meltdown. I had just done the Tough Mudder. I had been racing for 6 hours. Like, I was like, just want to get the fuck home, but I didn't want to pay $33 to park. I'd rather pay $18 for tuna and leave with something. And I had like a full fucking meltdown.
Yeah,
the service was god awful and so overpriced. And then when she handed it to me, it was in like not a nice container at all, like just like the container like in New York when we would do like buffet style like at a deli.
Not the styrofoam, but the almost styrofoam.
Yeah, it was like just a clear plastic nonsense. Anyways, I can't say enough.
Same shit I got from my Chinese food yesterday. Exact jars.
But people keep telling me to go to Elway's for their like Wednesday music. Well, not people, my one friend, and I just like have never taking the plunge.
Yeah, that's not a bad. There's a nice happy hour scene that runs around that area. I think Uchi happy hour is pretty solid for it. Also, I like Nocturne because it limits conversation, but you can also meet someone that's, you can find mutually attractive without having to say as much, or you could go dancing at the same time as having drinks at the bar. And I think also Ophelia's does that with a little more rougher crowd, which sounds kind of would be more up your tees, which wouldn't be bad.
I love, not for a date, just for like going out, I always start at Luster. And do you want to know why? Because
Luster Pearl?
Yes. Because
that's a fun spot.
It's awesome, but regardless of that, for whatever reason, everywhere else in town, Stranahan's whiskey, the price point is like $13 a glass. I drink it neat. They have a deal and it's $9. So it's exactly as much as well alcohol at Luster. So it's like a one loophole thing. So if you go to the pool hall behind it, it's like $14 a glass.
Gerard's. Gerard's is also $18 an hour to play pool. So
yeah, what is their problem?
I mean, they're paying for a very expensive rent square. Now, from what I hear, the building across the alleyway is also getting renovated. And it's actually going to open up into the alley, juxtaposed to opening up on the street behind, which I think is what Blake
Have you been to the new wine tasting spot that's in that alley? Why don't you do a show there?
I don't know which one you're referencing, but point me in the right direction.
Okay.
I'll go drink wine anywhere. But yeah, we do want to thank you so much for joining us this evening. Before we go, we have one more question we like to ask all our guests. It used to be the dinosaur question. We're going to migrate to the would you rather question. Chris, do you want to go
Oh, yeah, that one.
This is would you rather, and Chris is going to go ahead and read off a would you rather question of the week for you.
Would you rather have no thumbs or just have one leg?
No thumbs. Definitely no thumbs. I could do with no thumbs.
See, that's what I said. Kip
I can't thumb wrestle, but what else is it limiting? I mean, I can't wear a thumb ring from Pacific Sunwear.
Yeah, but it would be kind of weird because,
How are you going to write? You going to write like this?
I have voice dictation. I don't want to lose a leg.
Yeah.
I can't work out if I don't have a leg. I got no thumbs. I could deal.
I don't know.
Do you work out a lot?
I do.
Why?
Yeah, Kip's not a worker outer.
Well,
I drink a lot.
I think I would need a lot of antidepressant. Like it keeps me mentally.
Same here.
Yeah,
same here. Without it, I'd be like all.
But like I'm especially off kilter if for some. So I'm gonna really blow your mind. So I'm taking a flight at 7:45 a.m. on Wednesday. I will, no matter how early the flight is, I will work out in the morning. So I'll wake up at 3:30. I'll take an Ambien at like 7 p.m. I'll wake up at 3:30 in the morning and I'll get to the gym at 4. I'll work out for an hour. I mean, I will not miss. I will only work out in the morning, and I will not miss it for anything.
What the?
One day a week I get a break, but every other day there's no excuse.
You work out 6 days a week? Sorry,
I tend to work out 7 times, 8 times. I do 2 a day some days, but I take one day off where I take a Xanax and I just chill, and I get to eat. I can order what I want.
Ditto.
Get really crazy.
Yeah. Holy shit. I think that actually leads into our actual last question of the week.
This is a never-ending last question round.
Yeah, we don't really actually have an end in sight. It's just kind of ends whenever the battery runs out. Okay. And we're getting close, so we're safe. That's actually not true, but this is the Stoned Appetit. We'll call it, since you don't smoke weed, the barred out basket of food that you would like to eat. Let's say you had a long day of working out and Hinge dates. You popped a Zanzibar on your Uber home.
Yeah.
And you kind of feel a little bit loosey-goosey. And you know how Xanax kind of makes you feel, especially if you had a cocktail or two, it kind of makes you feel like you have a bottomless pit. Like you could keep eating and eating. Mm-hmm. What would be your guilty pleasure late night snack that you would eat that late at night? That's how you deliver it.
Okay, so I have two answers. One is, I don't know much about ordering in Denver. So the one place I've found, I really like loaded nachos, but not with chicken though. And that's been like my cheat meal lately, but I'm a big fan. This can sound really crazy. I really like gas station tuna salads. Sandwiches.
Wait, the one time the fuck out. This is like pre-crime.
So like if I'm really treating myself.
Like in Europe that's different, but over here you don't get gas station sandwiches.
Oh, I get sick all the time from them, but I keep doing it anyway.
I love the triangle ones with the clear like front.
The triangle. That's exactly the one. So if I've had a bad day,
amazingly gross.
I will go to a 7-Eleven. Wow, the eye rolling, you guys.
It's a real bad day, isn't it?
Yeah.
I have a problem with
I've gotten violently ill multiple times, but it's worth it. I love them. They're kind of soggy.
Yeah, not real.
Chris, you're going to finish this episode.
So maybe I don't get to be the third.
Yeah, we're just...
All right, so
all that progress we made is fucking lost.
So what are you microwaving, though, if that's all you have at home?
No. I eat those cold. The tuna doesn't get microwaved.
But I mean, but you said you're a big fan of like microwave.
Oh, what do I microwave?
Chris, that was a great circle back. I want someone to recognize that, and I'm here to do that. That was a great circle back.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was pre-podcast discussion or whatever, but you said you're a microwavable person.
I believe for the most part every meal that's a meal worth its salt needs to be microwaved. So I am a huge fan of. I eat a lot of weird.
You know, obviously.
Yeah. I don't have autism. I always say this. Like, one of the big markers of autism is like food aversion.
Not accuse you of
well, I know, but it's like a very common, like Asperger's. Like their food textures bother them. I ate the same thing from kindergarten through 12th grade every day for lunch, and it was a low-fat cheese sandwich.
Wait, what is a low-fat?
I liked this low-fat Alsace-Lorraine cheese that my mom would get on rye bread, and that's all I ate for 12 years. I never ever varied.
Like protein or anything?
No.
It's just cheese and bread every day for lunch?
That's it.
Sad child.
I loved it. Like, I would be so upset if I had to have anything else. And then,
do you like pimento cheese?
I do. I love all cheese now, yeah.
All right, well, that's
But for microwave,
I'm a little baffled.
I microwave popcorn pretty much like once a night, and I use popcorn seasoning on all my meals, not just popcorn. So I have 6 or 7 different types of seasonings. So like jalapeno cheddar, nacho cheese, kettle corn, butter, white cheddar. And so depending on the lean cuisine, I like a different popcorn cheese seasoning.
Oh my God, Chris. With all that progress we made with this girl,
I knew.
Talking about reality and like cool shit about
But you see, that's why I'm good at starving, because I don't value food that much.
Yeah, so you aren't missing out on anything.
I won't drink bad alcohol.
We could take her to Go Fish or like some mediocre like sushi place, and it'd be like revolutionary because she eats lean cuisines and like popcorn.
Yes, but I go with clients. I go out to like very bougie. Like, I know from like good sushi. Like, I wouldn't necessarily get gas station sushi. Not that I haven't.
Yeah, you would.
Tuna.
Yeah, you would.
The fuck
it's cooked tuna. It's fucking different tuna.
You know when you walk into the supermarket here and they have the samples of
like
clean supers?
I definitely. I get so excited when they do that.
Have you ever been to the Walgreens on 16th Street Mall?
Yes.
Have you ever had that fucking free seafood they're trying to poison people with?
There's free seafood at the Walgreens?
Dude, that's the first date for sure that just walked in.
They have a sushi chef at the Walgreens on 16th Street Mall. I challenge you to go eat his free samples.
I will.
Fucking take a video of it and please tag No Vacancy.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, let's drop hey, if you want 2 tickets to Joe Rogan, come say the word, type the word on our Instagram post. Oh, damn it, this will be after. Fuck. shit.
All right, we'll edit that.
Wait, so my other favorite thing, if I were to just like have anything in the world to eat, I love getting bulk candy, and there's a candy store on the 16th Street Mall. I actually go all the way to the Colorado Mills Mall because they have 3 candy stores in there. I like to be able to pick out my candy. I like polar bears, which are white chocolate covered gummy bears. I like these banana things. I'm very particular about my candy. So, do I get points for that?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we were actually giving out points. You kind of already lost me.
I'm not on the scoreboard at this point.
No, I mean, look, we're not foodies by any means. Like, we eat bougie-ass food as well. But at the same time, like, I fuck up Burger King. I'll fuck up Burger King on the way home.
Well,
but I'm not going to eat fucking tuna fish from 7-Eleven.
I've never in my life had fast food. Not ever.
Yeah, what do you consider the circle
sandwich out of a fucking gas station?
Not fast food. I did not go through a drive-thru to pick it up. Not fast food. So I've never had McDonald's. I've never had Burger King. Dining.
What you picked up was food that was quickly served
for homeless men.
Fast food. Yeah. No, homeless people get the 99-cent burrito because there's less dysentery.
Okay, I don't get anything that's like rolling on like hot rollers. Like it's prepackaged. Nobody can
I would rather have
it.
a fucking hot dog on the hot roller.
Ew, no.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten popcorn at a movie theater?
Very.
Yes, you have. So fast food.
I don't.
I don't know. Is popcorn
I don't think I have because they put butter on it. I also haven't seen a movie since Wedding Crashers in a theater. I would never. I don't have the attention span.
I don't know how we've gotten. I don't even know.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. This episode has been over. Now we're just talking about fun things that we're talking about. That's the whole premise of this podcast.
I'm slowly trying to avert the sun. I keep scooting over.
Just keep making an excuse to come hang out closer and closer to the guy that has all editorial control. Yeah, I see how it is. What's it called? Yeah, you're more than welcome to hang out. We have nothing else to say, but we can sit here and dick around all day. We can get more drinks. We can do whatever. I don't have anywhere to be, do you?
Well, don't you have to wrap this up? Say something.
I'll cut it and then I can just do a whole edit. But hey, we really appreciate you, Corinn, for joining us this afternoon. Before we go, we also want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Live Nation, the Fillmore Denver, Live Well, and Lighted Health. And then this week's location sponsor, Broadway Marketplace, and the guys over at Oh Hey Creative, Bryant Palmer and his team. They do wonderful work. If you're trying to find a tailored message to help support your small business, go give Bryant and his team a call. That's Oh Hey Creative. And if you're looking for those dank tots we talked about, delicious red wine or the perfectly shaken gin martini, we're down here at Broadway Market at 950 Broadway Street. Corinn, before we go, give our listeners one more about the podcast.
Yeah, so my podcast is called My Best Friend Corinn, and my name is spelled Corinne. You can find me on Instagram or Twitter at Corinsanity, Corinsanity. Slide into my DMs if you're tall.
Oh, yeah. Say that again. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Slide into my DMs if you're 6'8" or over.
That's so fucked up that we've already.
Must be 6'8" to rock.
I know. I felt like as a 6'1.5", I would never have been profiled negatively, but
yet here we are.
Yes, here we are. 6'8" is the minimum status quo, and that is quite the barrel. But we want to thank the crew everywhere at Broadway Marketplace. Yeah, they were fantastic.
They were.
And Corinn, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your week, and safe travels. I know you're about to hit the road again. So
I am.
When you get back, let's go wingman it up. Let's go find each other some time.
Okay.
Deal?
Don't threaten me with a good time.
This is an alliance. We just formed one.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Look at him picking up lingo.
And I don't even watch the damn show.
I can't believe we didn't use more. Last thoughts, least deserving winner in history.
Ooh. Cochran from my second season.
I don't know who that is, but until next week, we say stay thirsty, stay hungry.
Cheers.